Ladies and gentlemen, football fans, buckle up because we've got a story that's got twists, turns, and a whole lot of what-ifs swirling around the New York Giants. Imagine this, you're a Pro Bowl tight end, one of the most athletic pass catchers in the league, and suddenly you're feeling like you're being asked to play out of position, grinding through gaps like a fullback instead of soaring downfield for those highlight reel grabs. That's exactly what Darren Waller opened up about recently, shedding light on why he stepped away from the game after just one season with the Big Blue. But hold on folks, because Waller's not done yet. He's back in the NFL, lighting it up with the Miami Dolphins, and it's got us all wondering, did the Giants miss the boat on one of their biggest acquisitions? Let's dive into this, break it down play by play, and see what it means for our beloved Giants as they charge forward in this 2025 season.
First off, let's set the scene with some fresh excitement from the Giants camp. What a thrill it was last Thursday night when the New York Giants pulled off a stunning upset against the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 6. Yeah, you heard that right. Our boys in blue went into enemy territory and came out on top, thanks in large part to the dynamic rookie duo of quarterback Jackson Dart and running back Cam Skattebo. Dart, with his laser arm and quick decision-making, looked like a veteran out there, threading needles through that tough Eagles secondary. And Skattebo? Man, that kid's a bulldozer with speed, racking up over 100 yards on the ground and punching in a touchdown that had the MetLife Stadium faithful roaring. Even though it was an away game. Wait, no, that was on the road. But you know Giants fans travel well. They turn any stadium into a sea of blue. This win pushes the Giants to a surprising 4-2 record early in the season. And suddenly, the arrow is pointing straight up for this young squad. But amidst all this optimism, there's a lingering shadow from the past. The handling of Darren Waller, the tight end who could have been a game changer for this offense, but instead chose retirement after feeling underutilized in 2023. Now, let's get to the heart of Waller's story, straight from the man himself. In a recent chat with NFL insider Jordan Schultz, Waller didn't hold back. He said, and I'm quoting here, "The Giants did not have me technically playing fullback, but that concept is usually built for fullback-type bodies. But I don't really feel like I was being put in a position for what made me unique to shine. I was filling through the big gap, hitting linebackers and running stick routes. And it's like, you ain't getting the best out of me doing that." Ouch, right? That's Waller essentially saying the Giants' offensive scheme under head coach Brian Daboll didn't play to his strengths. For those tuning in who might be new to the game, the B gap is that space between the guard and tackle on the offensive line. It's where blockers and runners crash into linebackers, the big hitters on defense. And a stick route? That a quick, short pattern where the receiver stops on a dime to catch a pass, often in traffic. Waller, at 6'6" with elite speed and hands like glue, was built for stretching the field, running seams, and being a mismatched nightmare in the red zone. Instead, he felt like he was being used as a blocker or a decoy, not the star he proved to be earlier in his career. This revelation comes at a fascinating time because Waller isn't just talking from the sidelines. He's back in action. Folks, after retiring at age 31 following that 2023 stint with the Giants, he sat out all of 2024 to recharge. Then, bam, he makes a comeback in 2025, and the Giants trade him to the Miami Dolphins for a 6th-round pick. Smart move by Miami, because Waller's already making waves. Since debuting in Week 4, he's caught 10 passes for 117 yards and a whopping 4 touchdowns in just 3 games. He's become Tua Tagovailoa's go-to guy in the red zone, that critical area inside the 20-yard line where points are scored. In his first game back, he hauled in 2 scores. Talk about a statement. Now, as the Dolphins gear up to face the Cleveland Browns in Week 7, Waller's looking to extend that touchdown streak. Meanwhile, our Giants are prepping for a tough road tilt against the Denver Broncos, hoping to build on that Eagles momentum. But let's rewind a bit and give Waller his due props with full bio, because this guy's journey is straight out of Hollywood script. Darren Waller overcame some serious personal battles early on, substance abuse issues that nearly derailed his career before it even started. Drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in 2015, he spent time on a practice squad and faced suspensions, but he turned around in a big way, joining the Oakland Raiders, now Las Vegas. In 2018, he exploded onto the scene, Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in 2019 and 2020? That's elite stuff. In 2020 alone, he snagged 107 receptions for 1,196 yards and 9 touchdowns, earning that well-deserved Pro Bowl nod. He was a Raiders offense personified, athletic, reliable, a deep threat who could also block when needed. But injuries crept in, hampering his production, and in 2023, he was traded to the Giants. New York was hoping he'd pair perfectly with quarterback Daniel Jones. Wait, actually, by 2023, Jones was still the guy, but injuries plagued him too. Waller played in 12 games, missing 5 due to those nagging issues, and put up 52 catches for 552 yards and 1 touchdown. Solid numbers, but nowhere near his Raiders' peak. Feeling miscast, he hung up the cleats. But for Waller, it sounds like they leaned too heavy on him as a blocker or short route guy, perhaps to compensate for an offensive line that was leaky back in 2023. Remember, the Giants were rebuilding then, coming off a 6-11 season in 2022. Tactically, if you're not using a guy like Waller in motion or on mismatches against safeties, you're wasting his 4.46 second 40-yard dash speed. That's faster than some wide receivers. Expert opinion? Let's say I chatted with a fictional analyst, former Giants tight end Jeremy Shockey. Okay, not really, but imagine Shockey saying Waller could have been our modern-day Mark Bavaro, that tough-as-nails blocker who also caught everything. But if you're not letting him shine, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Or picture head coach Dable in a presser. We valued Darren's versatility, but hindsight's 20/20ths. We're learning and growing with our young core now. Looking ahead, predictions are buzzing. For the Giants versus Broncos, Denver's got a stout defense, but if Dart connects with receivers like Malik Neighbors, who's emerging as a star with 500 yards already, we could steal another road win, pushing a 5-2. Waller with Miami? If he keeps scoring, the Dolphins could make a deep playoff run, maybe facing us in the postseason. Long term, this teaches the Giants maximize talent. With the 2026 draft looming, look for them to target another athletic T. Implications? If we regret Waller, it fuels the fire for better coaching adjustments. Folks, that's the scoop on Darren Waller's Giants chapter and his Dolphins revival, a tale of what could have been, but also a reminder of football's unpredictability. The Giants are building something special here in 2025, with that rookie magic and a defense that's sacking QBs left and right. So, Giants Nation, get hyped. Tune in this Sunday for the Broncos matchup. Kickoff at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Whether you're at MetLife or cheering from home, let's make some noise. Follow us for more breakdowns, and remember, once a Giant, always a Giant. Go Big Blue.